Hey to all the spooks out there. Welcome back to another episode of Spine Chilling Chats, where every Wednesday we dig up the darkest corners of true crime, history, folklore, and the supernatural. I'm Ange.
And I'm Manda.
And we got something a little different today.
Yes. Let me do mine first. Mine's quick because I went to Vegas, as you guys know. It was awesome. I lost my ass off. I went ziplining and went down to Fremont Street. Crazy. I recommend everybody go. That's it. It was fun. That's all I have. Because there's so much to like. There's just so much to see. You really cannot walk and do stuff.
You could have talked about what you saw. Almost took out your eye.
Oh. So we went to go see David Copperfield. He's up on stage. Everything's fine. He walks around in the crowd. He's standing like literally I can reach my hand out behind me and touch him. Mike says, Amanda, look. So I turn around and look and I was like, dude is hung. I think my eye got pregnant. Like hung or he's stuffed, but for real, like hung. I was like, holy
damn.
shit. Yeah.
She texted me.
And me, because we couldn't have our phones during the show. So the whole show, I'm just like, oh my God, I got to text Ange. 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 I couldn't wait till she got up for work because the time difference. So I waited till she got up for work and then I texted her and was like, oh my God, David Copperfield has got a huge dick. So yeah, it was fun. It was lots of fun. We saw a lot of practically naked people, the dancing gorilla. They have bars just on the side of the sidewalk, saw some live bands. And
did you get to do anything spooky? No, you didn't get to go to the museum thing? Oh.
We'll talk about that later. So yeah, it was fun. Had a good time. And now, one more thing. You want to show them?
Oh, we just got our matching tattoos.
Which you guys have probably already seen on Facebook.
Yeah, commemorate our podcast. But we got little ghosties that cheers, little teacups.
Cute, right? We know. Now, for the surprise.
Well, first, I'll tell you what the surprise was. So, we've gone to the Beeson a few times. We went for our interview with them to find out about the Beeson. We also went and did a ghost hunt with them. And then we did a little arts and crafts time, which we didn't
for
talk
Halloween.
About. Yeah, we didn't talk about ghosties or anything like that. We just had a nice girls' night painting. And then October 25th.
When I was in Vegas, that's why I was so upset.
Yeah. My husband and I, which I was hoping he'd come and help, remember all that happened because, I wanted to be in the moment. So I didn't record. I didn't, take notes or anything. I was like, I've got Robby. He's got a better memory than me. So I'll just use him. And
he doesn't want
to be on camera. So I'll just have to do the best I can. Anyways, we went and had a seance at the Beeson.
And guys, this is the first time hearing about it too, because she refused to tell me.
I didn't tell her anything.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I got Ange something from Vegas.
Brie Hollingshead. She's a medium. She is also, her and her husband do investigations. Let me open this first because
I think it's cute.
Is it a shot glass?
Of course. And it's your favorite color.
Aww.
It's cute.
And it's a skull, which today we're filming. It is Dia de los Muertos. So Day of the Dead. So how fitting.
Just put them right there.
Okay, where's the alcohol to fill it with?
I know. I figured you had some.
Yeah.
Damn
all I
it.
got is vodka, and I ain't doing shots of vodka.
Ooh, we could do one shot.
I ain't doing a shot. I'll throw up.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
unless I have a chaser.
Well, get a chaser.
No, it's all right.
Okay. But yeah, it's her favorite color, guys. Day of the Dead. It's cute.
Okay, so I want to read about seances first, and then I'll go into the description of what happened to me. So communicating with the dead, it's an idea as old as humanity itself. Long before the first knock echoed through a Victorian parlor, people all over the world were already reaching across the veil, desperate for proof that life doesn't end with death. The ancient Greeks journeyed into shadowy underground temples called necromantians to hear the voices of the departed. In China, they practiced Fuji or spirit writing to record messages from beyond. And throughout medieval Europe, tales told of witches and mystics calling upon spirits, though such acts often led straight to the stake. But it wasn't until the 19th century that the seance, as we know it, truly took shape. That's when spiritualism swept across America and Europe, transforming grief into ritual and turning mourning into a movement. It all began in 1848 in the quiet hamlet of Hydesville, New York. Two young sisters, Maggie and Kate Fox, claimed that a ghost was trying to speak to them through a series of strange rapping sounds. The girls, just 14 and 11, said the spirit answered their questions. One knock for yes, two for no. Their older sister Leah soon joined in, helping share their story with the world. And just like that, the Fox sisters became the first celebrity mediums, the spark that ignited a worldwide spiritualist craze. What began as a private curiosity became a public phenomenon. Seances spread like wildfire, offering not just belief in an afterlife, but a connection to it. Presidents, scientists, and grieving parents all sat in candlelit circles, waiting for a whisper from the other side. Of course, not every seance was what it seemed. Many miracles turned out to be carefully crafted illusions, hidden wires, ventriloquism, even accomplices lurking in the shadows. Still, for those who sat in the dark, clutching hope as tightly as each other's hands, the experience felt real enough. Soon, mediums moved from parlors to packed theaters. What had once been a sacred ritual turned into a spectacle of faith, wonder, and sometimes deceit. The Fox sisters took their spirit rapping to the stage, joined by other famous mediums like Florence Cook, who claimed to summon a spirit named Katie King, and Eusapia Palladino, whose seances included levitating tables and ghostly forms drifting through flickering gaslight. From New York to London to Paris, seances blurred the line between religion and performance. Crowds came by the hundreds to watch objects move, hear voices whisper, and see shapes appear from shadow. Skeptics came to expose frauds. Believers came to be comforted. And everyone came to feel something unexplainable. Among the intrigued was the great illusionist Harry Houdini. After his mother's death, he desperately wanted to believe the claims of mediums. But what he found behind the curtain were tricks, not miracles. Houdini made it his mission to expose fraudulent spiritualists. He infiltrated seances, unmasked tricks, and revealed the sleight of hand behind the spirit show. One of his most famous confrontations was with Marjorie the medium in the 1920s, a woman hailed as one of the most gifted psychics of her time. Houdini exposed her methods, showing how she used her foot to move objects and create the sounds of spirit knocks. His crusade against deception cost him dearly. It ended his friendship with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who was not only the creator of Sherlock Holmes, but also a devout spiritualist. Doyle believed Houdini's powers were real, that the magician himself was supernatural, whether he admitted it or not. And yet, in one of history's strangest twists, Houdini couldn't quite escape the world he tried to debunk. Before his death in 1926, he made a pact with his wife, Bess. If there truly was life after death, he'd send her a secret code only she would recognize. For 10 years, every Halloween, Bess held a séance, waiting for a sign from her husband, but none ever came. No knocks, no whispers, just silence. Still, for many, the belief in spirit communication never died. In spiritualism and its American branch, divine metaphysics, receiving messages remains a sacred part of worship. Services take place in bright, open church halls or under the summer sun at spiritualist camps like Lily Dale, New York, and Cassadaga, Florida. Mediums, often ordained ministers, stand before congregations to share messages said to come from loved ones who've crossed over. These are called demonstrations of continuity of life, and they're open to anyone seeking connection or comfort. Some mediums connect with spirits tied to their church's history, like Leafy Anderson, who famously channeled the spirit of Black Hawk, a Native American leader who became a guiding protector for African American spiritual churches in the early 20th century. Across Latin America, a similar faith emerged, Espiritismo. Here, spirit communication sessions are called misas, literally masses. Believers reach out to ancestors, guides, and saints, blending Catholic tradition with spirit practice. And beyond religion, seances continued to evolve. Some were quiet, experimental gatherings, small circles of friends daring to test the limits between life and death. They used tools like spirit trumpets, slate writing, and the now famous Ouija board, which I have one right over here. That's what I made last year for our Halloween.
Yeah.
Complete with a
Pizza.
planchet. The Ouija, or talking board, became the simplest way to ask the unthinkable. Is anyone there? Participants lightly touched the planchet that slid across a wooden board, spelling out words or messages believed to come from the dead. Whether it was guided by spirits or subconscious movement, the thrill was the same, the possibility of contact. By the mid-20th century, spiritualism began to fade from the spotlight. Fraud scandals, new technology, and the rise of science and psychology all dimmed the public's fascination. But the seance never disappeared. It simply changed shape. During the World Wars, grieving families once again turned to mediums for comfort. Spirit photography, those eerie images showing ghostly figures beside the living, offered hope that the ones they'd lost were still near. Today, seances live on, not just as religious practice, but as folklore, entertainment, and exploration of the unknown. From candlelit rooms to ghost hunting tours, from Lily Dale's summer circles to Halloween specials on TV, people still gather to ask the same question that haunted the Victorians. Can the dead hear us, and do they ever answer back?
Dun, dun, dun. So let me ask you this before you get into your thing. Your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a believer now?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
I am still on the fence.
Okay.
I'm changing my definition.
Okay.
Instead of just purely atheist, I'm going to go that I am agnostic atheist.
Okay.
So if you ask me, do I believe in God? No, I don't believe in God. But if you ask me, do I know there is no God? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Do I know if there's spirits? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have the ability to find out for sure either way. The science calls that a pseudoscience, the paranormal. I don't know if it's just an energy that we don't have the science yet to discover it for sure, or if it just simply doesn't exist. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But I'm open for experiences.
Okay.
So getting to my experience, many people had experiences there when we got there. Brie, and she was in a gypsy costume.
Oh, how cute.
It was so cute. And she had this little like chain headband thing on. She looked adorable.
Yeah.
But she had us sit around the table and we all had to hold hands.
Okay.
I had Robby on my left and I had this nice lady, Tina, on my right. Tina has powers as well.
Okay.
And Catherine has some powers. She was on the other side of Robby.
Okay.
And then Sarah was there, Rachel, the lady that painted with us.
Oh.
I want to say Jenny. There were several people there. And we were all holding, well, first she had us place our hands on the table to ground us.
Okay.
We had to do like breathing, breathe in and exhale slowly just to feel grounded. Then we held hands. And then I guess she was meditating kind of to tap into her powers. And she saw 3 women behind me.
Oh.
She said they felt maternal. So either like a grandmother.
I was going to say, was it grandma?
Or some ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
And that she could tell that I myself have powers and that I need to not be scared.
And she doesn't know anything about you.
She doesn't know anything about me. And not to be scared. She gets the feeling that it is a birthright of mine. And she asks, does anybody else in my family have any sort of, powers, like anything like that? And I said, no, my parents are at home praying for me right now for being here. I didn't want to ask questions because I didn't want to give her stuff. Because, I've read about cold reading and how they can
pinpoint something and
stuff
turn
from the
it.
little things that you say to make it seem like they're tapping into something. So I didn't want to give her anything.
Yeah.
But now I kind of wish I had asked her if she could describe what the women looked like to see if I could have figured out if it was anybody.
Who it was.
Yeah. But see, if it was somebody that was supposed to be from my bloodline, it would have been grandma. That's Robbie's grandmother.
Right. And she said it was from your bloodline?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a family. It was my family. So I don't know. But she said if I want to talk to her afterwards, and I didn't.
Why?
Because I'm such a skeptic. Like, okay.
Sure.
Which, who do you usually pick out of the crowd to say that they have powers,
Right.
Each show. Yeah. I don't know. So that's something I have to, I mean, it has made me question.
Okay.
Things, which is why I've probably transitioned a little bit. That and along with Dave. Dave just makes me question everything.
Fucking Dave.
Because then I texted him after all this and I was like, Dave, can you let me read our text? Because I was trying to, without giving anything away, ask him, but he wasn't very helpful, which it's not his fault. He said his abilities are a little different because he doesn't practice it or open himself up on a massive level. That sometimes he can tell ties, because I asked, can you feel like personalities of spirits?
Okay.
Like, can you feel a relation, familial ties? Can you feel that kind of thing? Can you know their backstory? Do they like talk to you and tell you about them?
Right.
I was just trying to see what exactly he saw or experienced when he sees things. And he said, sometimes he can tell ties, but it also depends on how much they are willing to share, like the spirits.
Mhm.
Practice mediums can absolutely sense a lot more for sure. I can't always tell if someone else is a medium, because that's another thing I was asking. Can
Okay.
you sense another medium in a room?
Right.
Can you see that they have powers?
Right.
And he said, I'm sure I could if I practiced it more. If I were going to a place like the Beeson, I would take the time to meditate and open myself more. So he wasn't a whole lot of help. I was hoping he'd have something like, no, that's not possible.
Right.
Or, yeah, absolutely. So after that, she did sense some of the spirits that are at the Beeson.
Okay.
She
Oh, like the regular.
the regulars.
Okay.
She wanted everybody to kind of think of spirits we would like to come forth
Okay.
personally. So Robby and I, without talking, we were hoping for Grandma and Jeff.
Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, so that's who we kept thinking of,
Okay.
which we didn't tell each other until afterwards. But I was thinking of Grandma, Jeff, and Landon.
Landon. I thought for sure you'd pick Landon
Yeah.
first, like first and foremost.
Well,
like,
I just kept repeating their names in my head,
Okay.
hoping that she would say, there's a spirit. Does anybody know, like a Jeff?
Right.
Just anything. But she didn't.
Okay.
Then other people started asking, like, because she said, there's an older man. And so then somebody would say, is he wearing such and such,
Giving it away
Giving it
that's what they
away.
used to wear.
Yes. And she did say there was a plaid shirt, and then that there was an older lady that said,
Sorry, I gotta pop my hip.
that I think it was her father, would wear a plaid shirt or something like that.
Okay.
And I apologize if I'm not getting these all correct. Like I said, I was counting on Robby to help me remember everything, but he didn't want to be on camera. So, and I have a shit
for
memory.
Robby.
I have a shit memory. So I'll do the best I can. So I'm sorry if I'm getting anybody's stories wrong. Then Sarah, she had asked about her grandmother, and she said, yes, she feels her grandmother there, and kind of described her as being, a feisty woman. And Sarah said, yes, absolutely. Then she said her grandfather was also there, and he was more timid. Then she said that she saw a young man kind of leaning up against the wall, like, with his foot up against the wall.
Like Jane's knee.
Yeah. And that he was wearing like all black, kind of, he was kind of angry, like angsty. And she said he was young, 17. And then she was trying to figure out more specifically, like, and she finished on 17 and a half.
Okay.
And she was just saying he had a bad attitude, kind of angry.
Okay.
She said, and this gives me a little bit of chills. She supposedly didn't do any research. She said that she didn't want to say how he died. She didn't want to say it.
She was being careful
about
cautious
about how he died. And by that time, Catherine kind of was feeling, and she said, just say it. And Brie said that he kind of, what was her words? He tapped out or something like that. Like,
yeah,
he took his own life.
Yeah.
And after that, Catherine then, kind of assumed that it was her son. And so then once Catherine made that confirmation, then Brie was saying he misses you and he's proud of you and that kind of thing.
And maybe it was Catherine's son. And I wasn't there, but like, hopefully it was, because it's good to have that feeling of like, he's okay.
Yeah.
And he misses me and he thinks that we're doing good and he's okay. And,
yeah, it's
that's comforting.
Yeah, it's a comfort thing. And like I said, she may be the real deal. I honestly, I don't know. I want to believe it was real.
Yeah.
For Catherine.
Right.
It was really emotional.
I bet it was.
After that, we kind of just talked more to the normal spirits in the house.
Okay, the
and
regulars.
The regulars. She said when she first walked in, before she could even like step through the entryway, she had to kind of be evaluated by Harriet. Harriet had to approve her
Okay.
to come through. She also did a quick walkthrough before anybody got there, but they didn't tell her any of the stories.
Okay.
She just went to
She
get a
just
feeling.
walked.
Yep. And in the middle room, I think, the one where
Upstairs.
up the stairs.
So not this one, but this one before Harriet's room.
Yeah, it's the one that lady OD'd in. What was her name?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm really bad with
See,
names.
this is why I need Robby.
I'm really bad with names.
I don't remember. Anyways, she felt like a heaviness there. So after the seance, we closed it out. We then went to the different rooms upstairs. And we started in Harriet's room, and they did different boxes, like the light up box that it turns red when an energy touches it. It wasn't the EMF reader. It was the REM box or something like that.
The one that they had sitting on the table but didn't use the day we were there?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Because I remember they didn't use one the day we were there.
But it has a red light bulb on it.
A red light bulb. Yeah, that's it.
Turns,
that's the one.
Yep. So they had that. They had the EMF readers. They had the bell. We went in there. Not a whole lot happened. She said when she did her initial reading up there that she saw a woman running to the window and sobbing, like bending over sobbing. If it's true, she doesn't have any knowledge of what the Beeson is.
Right. Then
that's pretty
good, pretty accurate.
Yeah. Because Harriet, she lost her baby, and he was buried in the crypt across the street in the little cemetery.
She would go in the window
and look out. She also felt Harriet's husband, William. She felt his presence there, and she saw him like sneaking and having relations with what she assumes was like the nanny. And so then William was upset that she knew his secret. And she felt William like being angry and yelling at Harriet that this isn't normal. You need to get over it. You need to move on. So she felt that kind of energy from him.
Okay.
So I don't know if because of Harriet grieving so long and hard that maybe he took comfort in the nanny's arms.
Right. I mean, that's terrible, but
scandals.
Yep.
Oh, the rich.
I was just going to say the rich have scandals, but so do the people in the olden days.
Yeah. Next was the middle room where she felt the heaviness, and Ray was actually in there. The gentleman that owned the home before.
Okay, yeah.
And he would let the people use drugs and stuff in his home. She felt his presence there, and he did not like her at all. He didn't like how she was dressed. He was calling her like a whore and saying how like her titties are out and that kind of thing. Like he was like
awful,
really rude to her. It gave her a headache. It was such a heavy presence. She actually had to go out into the hallway while we were in that room.
And were the things still going off?
Yeah, randomly.
Okay.
Off and on, the different things would go off. Then we went into the doll room.
Oh, the doll room.
And there I think she wasn't in there for most of that because she was still like in the hallway because of Ray. She was dealing with her headache. So I totally forgot when I was telling Amanda. The reason why she went out of the room in the doll room was because she gets dizzy in there from all of the energy. So she had to remove herself from that room. And I just forgot. I had thought she was still dealing with Ray, but no, it was because of the energy in there. It was making her dizzy. So I just wanted to correct that. But Ken and Catherine told us about her initial walkthrough. She did sense a few things there. I don't know if she got anybody specifically spoke to her in that room, but she felt like there was a portal, not like a portal where things can come in and out, but more like a portal as an energy source.
Okay.
And that's where the spirits are kind of getting their energy from.
Okay.
And it focused in the
Doll room.
the doll room.
I get that because there's a lot of dolls in that room. So it needs that kind of an energy to keep them active.
Oh, and that's right. She saw a little boy.
A little boy that died in the fire.
A little boy, and he wanted her to see Joan, the doll.
Okay.
Like he was proud of Joan. Like he was showing her Joan.
I didn't know he went throughout the house. I thought he stayed mostly in the kitchen.
That, unless it's a different little boy.
Could be.
She did sense the little boy also. I think this was during the seance. The little boy. And it was during the seance because she said her arm felt like it was on fire. Like it was burning. Like she was, because she couldn't let go of hands. We had to hold on to each other's hands the entire time.
Yeah.
So she was trying to blow on her arm to cool it off because it felt like it was on fire.
Which the little boy died in a fire.
Now, Catherine had told us that he died because the curtains caught on fire.
Yes.
And I don't remember what. I feel like she said it was an accident.
Yeah, I think it was.
Brie said it felt like it was an accident.
I thought, I thought that's what they said it was. And that like a candle or the stove, something happened. And it was not intentional.
Yeah. So she felt the little boy's presence. I think she had a different name for him. Catherine had been calling him, I think, Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
But she had a different name for him. I don't remember what that name was now. And if we ever do this again, guys, next time I'll take notes. After we finished upstairs, we went down into the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess during different hunts, people in a certain spot would have their hair pulled.
Yes.
And so I went and I stood in that spot. I didn't feel anything. I did get the chills quite a few times.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's just being in a basement in the dark, hunting for ghosts.
Right. Your adrenaline.
Yeah, I don't know
going.
if it was just that or if it was something, but I kept getting the chills. Sarah, she kept having, she and Catherine was standing next to each other, and Sarah kept feeling like a breath on her left side, and Catherine said she could feel it too on her right side because they were next to each other.
Okay.
So they said that they felt something. The box kept going off.
Okay.
A lot.
And this is in the basement.
This is in the basement. She said that she did see a very tall black boy. So she's assuming it was a slave or a servant.
Yeah, because the house was built back in those days.
And unfortunately, the Beeson did have slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So she felt him. There was the voice box thingy.
Oh yeah.
That shouts off random words. It's not the like the staticky one. It was
No, it's the one that randomly says.
Yeah, it just says a word. That kept going off, saying words.
I think I have it on here. The ghost tube?
I don't, it was an actual bot, like a tool.
Oh, he didn't have it on his phone?
No,
it was the box one?
It was the box one.
Okay.
And I know he had a specific word for that too.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Sorry, Ken.
We do pay attention, I promise.
We do. My memory's shit.
We're just terrible at remembering things.
Anyways, that kept going off. The little red light kept going off. And at one point, Ken suggested that Brie, because she was standing near the stairs that end, and Catherine, me, and some other people were on this side of the basement. And here's like where the coal chute used to be. Mm-hmm. So she was over here. It was Sarah, Catherine, me, Robby. I don't remember if there's anybody else over here. But so Brie walked across the middle to go stand by Catherine over here. And a little bit after she walked by, the red light like went off a lot. And you could see it looked like smoke coming out of it. But I don't know, because the floor is kind of dirty.
Dusty?
Yeah. So I don't know if it was
the dust.
Dust got kicked up and it just hadn't settled yet. They said no, it couldn't have been that, because it was after she had already walked across. Like there should have been enough time for anything to have settled.
Okay.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. So there could have been smoke. There may not have been. So when she was over on this side, she was talking about the slave boy, and she kept feeling someone messing with her behind her. They were pulling on her necklace.
Okay.
And I don't know if they were pulling on her belt too, something like that. But they kept messing with her.
Okay.
And she eventually stepped forward because she didn't like it. It wasn't a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So she moved forward a little bit to give more space. And a little bit later, she felt something like brush up against her, and she thought she had hit the totes behind her, but she had forgot that she had stepped forward a few steps.
Mm-hmm.
So they were far away from her.
Oh.
So it couldn't have been the totes, like her skirt brushing up against it or anything. So there's something there.
Yeah.
There was lots of words that came through. I don't remember what they were.
I don't remember what they are either.
Related. I wasn't really paying attention to the words so much because we had a medium there, and so I was more trying to
pay attention to her.
Yeah. But it was an interesting experience.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would do it again. And I got powers, man.
You just got to tap into them.
I got to get rid of my fear.
You got to get rid of the non-believing part of your body. Let it in and tap into your powers.
I know. How cool would that be?
Fucking awesome.
Could you imagine?
So I dropped off the haunted house tickets since we didn't go to Jody.
Mm-hmm.
You know Jody?
Yeah.
Okay. We were talking and we talked about the haunted house. We were talking about scary movies. And then I was like, oh yeah. I was like, me and Ange went to the Beeson and stuff. She's like, yeah. And her she calls her mom still. She lives with her, but it's her ex-mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jody and Morgan are not together anymore.
I didn't know. I don't know Morgan.
I know, but that was Jody's wife.
Oh, I didn't know she was.
She
married.
didn't really. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that.
I didn't know.
Okay. Well, she's not anymore. So she was talking, and we were all just talking together. And I was like, "Yeah, we went to the Beeson, and that was interesting." I was like, "When you go in, it's like okay, everything looks normal." I said, "You go upstairs," and I got hit with this sudden like feeling, and I was like, "And Ange doesn't. She just does not have anything, and she's so jealous because she wants to feel something so bad, but she doesn't." And her mother-in-law said the same thing. She said that it's an eerie feeling, and I said it really is. And she goes, it's not that you you can feel their emotions, but you don't feel their emotions. Like you can tell the person is anxious, but you don't feel anxious.
Mm.
You know, so and that's what Jody was saying. And then she was talking about how her mom liked butterflies, and this one was a black butterfly with a really deep blue in the wings. And her mom used to go up to people and like lick her hand and pop them in the back of the head or in the forehead, just like, you idiot, you know, things like that. And this butterfly was, they were looking at it. All of a sudden it went boom and hit her in the forehead. The wing smacked her in the forehead.
Where was this at?
This was at Jody's house, which is her mom's house.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there was her washer. It's a new washer and dryer, not like new, but a new washer and dryer. And it'll randomly just turn off in the middle of the cycle. Or it'll randomly just start, you'll hear it go doo-doo-doo and start up, and she'll turn around and be like, I'm not doing laundry, Mom. And then it'll go doo-doo-doo and turn back off. And it's a new water, so it's not like electrical or anything. Like, it's really weird stuff. She's like, yeah, you can feel things. I said, I know. I said, I feel it bad when I go to the Beeson and I'm upstairs. I just get this overwhelming feeling, and it's heavy. And she was like, yeah.
I wonder if that's Ray. Because apparently he doesn't like women.
No. But Harriet doesn't like men.
Yeah. But why would you feel heaviness from Harriet?
I know.
Unless, are you a man?
No. No. So yeah, we were talking about that too, like how you can feel things and what it feels like to you. Everybody's different, you know, and then how certain things happen, like her mom showing she's still there, and those kinds of things.
See, and I don't know if you're expecting to feel something, if you would feel it more,
or don't feel it at all, because you're going there expecting to feel something and you get disappointed and you're like, I didn't feel anything, because maybe they know that you're expecting and they're just like, I'm not going to show off today.
Not today.
Not today.
Oh, she also did the Estes method.
What's that?
Where they put the blindfold and the headphones on. So Brie was the one that was
doing it.
And we were asking questions, and she would rattle off words as she heard them. But she was also, you know, using her ability more than just listening for words.
Okay.
So,
because that thing goes.
Yeah. So it's more like it helped her to kind of like meditate, kind of.
Okay.
So she could just focus on what she's hearing.
All right.
Not necessarily from the machine, but
right.
From her abilities.
Yeah.
Somebody asked how many spirits were in the home. And then a little bit later, like enough, not too far ahead, where it would have been not too much time to answer this question.
Yeah.
She said that there's like 6 men here, and there's one female spirit.
Okay.
So she gave numbers.
Yeah.
And
that's what's there.
So that was interesting.
Okay.
That was another one she did. I don't remember. Darn you, Robby.
Curse you, Robert.
I'm going to use my powers against you.
I mean, at least you had a good time.
Yes, it was
interesting. You learn things, you know, you experience things, and
I'm so glad that
it opened you up a little bit more.
Yeah, it did. I'm glad Catherine got to have an experience. If that was her son, I'm glad she got.
And I hope it was her son, just for comfort.
And Sarah got her comfort from her grandmother, because she was like a mother to her. So that was really,
that's awesome.
Good for her.
I'm glad that there was, for the most part, very good experiences.
Yeah.
And nothing terrible.
No.
Besides her arm, and then her feeling uncomfortable with the guy behind her.
And Ray.
But other than that, like, I'm glad that they had those positive, good experiences.
Yeah.
Especially for Sarah and Catherine. Like, I'm glad that turned out to be a good thing for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But if they ever do it again, we will definitely have to go.
Yes, I'm going next time. If they do it again, I'm going. So, shout out to our tattoos that we got from Beyond Ink and Art
Here in Niles.
here in Niles. So check them out. Amazing ladies, super nice.
Yep. Sarah did yours.
No, yes, Sarah did mine, and Sierra did yours.
Mine. Yep. Very nice people.
Very nice people. Very cool people. If you're from Niles or Mishawaka and you've heard of it,
they're on 2nd Street,
right by the Node. The Node is literally outside their door.
Yep.
Which is the Niles Outdoor something experience. I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but it's called the Node. They're right there. Really cool building.
Yeah.
Really cool doors. Super cute. And you should check them out because I'm definitely going back.
Yeah. I want her to fix my calcifer.
Yeah. And I want to add, I got a tattoo in Vegas. I want to add writing to this zebra. So that's it.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you're just listening to us
and you want to see
us as well,
our pretty faces,
check us out on YouTube. I am having trouble with Spotify as of lately.
Yeah.
They keep flagging our music, our intro and outro music, even though it's a royalty-free song. I've sent in my dispute and I'm just waiting to hear back from them. So they keep taking down my newer episodes because it's Spotify. That's where I host my RSS feed from. They're not getting put out on the other platforms as well, just YouTube. So if you're listening to this, I'll probably be gone next day.
Probably. So check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube if you get cut off. If you have any experiences yourself, if you're a medium and you can see my powers,
let her know what they are. Because we're dying to know now.
Yeah. You can send in your experiences, any glitches in the Matrix, any Bigfoot sightings. Let us know how big his foot is. If he's David Copperfield size, let us know.
That was, like I said, I think my eye got pregnant. It was just bulging out so much. It looked fucking massive. Like, no thank you massive. Like, people are like, you've got a big dick and blah, blah, blah. And that's so awesome. It was like,
no thank you.
No thanks. I'm good. I'm good. So, yeah. Let us know.
You can send those in to our email, which is spinechillingchatspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can go onto our website at www.spine-chillingchatspodcast.com and submit them on there. Mm-hmm. You can also check out our bios on there. We have pictures on there. We have links to our Spotify, which you can see past episodes. Still, they haven't taken those down yet. So check it out. There's a link for our merch on there. We have lots of different merch.
Yes, cool stuff.
Yep. So
not like what Ange has in her basement right now that I'm looking at and I can't stop looking at.
What?
What is that?
What is what?
In the tote.
Christmas stuff?
Christmas stuff.
That's because that side gets wet, so Robby pulled it out.
I was like, she's got Christmas decorations out.
No, that's been
Halloween was yesterday.
That's been out since last time it was wet in there. My basement sucks. It leaks.
I was like, she's not decorating for Christmas yet.
No, not until after Thanksgiving.
I know. That's why I was like, what the hell is she doing? Okay.
No, it was just he was pulling.
Okay,
because it was
made me nervous.
Please like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your tattoo artists.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, they probably are sick of hearing about it, but we paid for their time.
Yes,
you listen.
Did. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Send in some stories. Send in something you want us to cover, something that you've seen and you want us to recover it or do something different with it. Like, just let us know.
And the rest of this month, we'll be covering Connecticut.
Yes.
This is just, we wanted to catch up and
we're probably have some pretty good episodes on Connecticut since that's like the capital of
spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It'll be worth the time.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you come back. And most of all, we hope you
keep it spooky.
Bye, guys.
Bye.